Good morning, student. Welcome back. Today we will study part 3rd of chapter 9, Up You Go. So let's start. 10th February 1984. Rock climbing. We had to climb 15 kilometers to reach Tekla village. It was at a height of 1600 meters. Our rucksacks had all that we may need: food packets, water bottle, rope, hook, plastic sheet, dairy, torch, towel, soap, wind cheater, whistle, glucose, jaggery, chana, and some other snacks. We could see fruits and vegetables growing in the step field. We saw Colonel Ram Singh standing on a 90-meter high flat rock with pegs and ropes. We had been told to first observe the rock carefully and identify holes, places where we can put our hand and feet. Today I was not going to back out. I stood first in the line. Our instructor tied a rope around his waist. He put the sling and held the thick rope which was hanging. He started climbing as if he was running up. I also put my sling. But as I took my first step, I slipped, and there I was, swinging from the rope. Keep your body at an angle of 90 degrees while climbing, I heard. Keep your back straight, do not bend. Keeping this in mind, I imagined the rock as flat ground and started to climb up. Again, while coming down, we had to use the rope in a special way called rappelling. I did this with the same fearlessness. So after crossing the river, now Sangeeta Arora and her group members are ready to climb the mountains. They had to climb 15 kilometers to reach a village called Tekla village, and this village was at a height of 1600 meters. Their rucksack had all the essential things they will need during this trekking. On their way, they saw fruits and vegetables grown in the step fields. Now student, what is step field? See, I had attached the picture of step fields here. This one. This is called step fields. Step field is a method of farming in mountainous region. Step field helps to operate farming on the hilly or mountainous region even when there are lots of slopes. In this type of farming, the steps are constructed into the slopy region of hills and mountains. With the help of this farming, it is possible to use the rainwater instead of flowing it away from the nutritive land by planting or farming on the slopy areas, and then is directed to flow down to the next step. While reaching there, they noticed that their director, Colonel Ram Singh, was standing on a flat rock which is 90 meters high with pegs and ropes. They were told to observe the rock carefully and recognize the holes, means the places where they will put their hands and feet while climbing the rock. After crossing the river, Sangeeta Arora was so much excited and filled with so much courage and confidence that this time she was excited and eager to go first. Their instructor tied a rope around his waist and held the rope which was hanging and put the sling. He started climbing. He was climbing so quickly as it was looking that he was running upward on the rock. By seeing the instructor climbing the rock so smoothly and effortlessly, Sangeeta Arora also put her sling and started climbing. But as she took her first step, she slipped and started swinging from the rope. Seeing her swinging, The instructor gave her instructions to keep her body at an angle of 90 degree while climbing, and also to keep her back straight and not bent. In this way, they are supposed to climb. Keeping the instructions in her mind, she assumed the rock as a flat ground and started climbing up. And again, while coming down from other side of the rock, again they had to use a rope for climbing and coming down of the rock. They use a special way called rappelling. Now what is rappelling, student? Rappelling is a technique to climb down a steep cliff or slope with rope. See here, they are using this technique. They are using rope to climb and coming downside of the steep cliff. 14 February 1984, a funny incident. It was evening. Khandobi was feeling hungry. We did not have anything to eat. She jumped over the fence and got into a field. She quickly plucked 2 big cucumbers and came back. Just then, a woman came from behind and caught hold of her bag. She started saying something to Khandobi in her own language. We could not understand what she was saying. Khandobi was trying to explain in her Mizo language, which we could not understand. I tried to explain in Hindi, but neither of them could understand it. Finally, I folded my hands to say that we were sorry. But then by then our group had gone far ahead. It was already dark. I thought we had lost our way. Now we were really scared. We could not see anything even with our torches. I started sweating even though it was cold. I tightly held Khandobi's hand. I called out loudly, "Where are you all? Can you hear me?" My voice echoed in the mountains. We both started to whistle loudly and flashed our torches. Probably the group had noticed that we were missing. We had some whistles at a distance. I understood the signal. We held each other's hand tightly and waited. Khandobi felt that we should keep talking. She started singing a Mizo song loudly. After some time, we saw them coming towards us. At last, we were with our group again. So, this is the 4th day after rock climbing. It was evening time. One of our group members was feeling hungry, but they were not having anything to eat. So, Khandobi, who was one of our group members, jumped over the fence and entered into a field. Khandobi quickly plucked 2 big cucumbers and turned to come back. But just then only a woman who came from behind caught hold Khandobi's bag. That lady started saying Khandobi in her own language, which no one was able to understand. And then Khandobi, who knows only Mizo language, tried to explain the things in her Mizo language only, which that lady was not able to understand, and even the group members were not able to understand. So, being the group leader, Sangeeta Arora tried to sort out the things, but in Hindi language. But both of them means that lady and Khandobi, they were not able to understand Hindi language. After understanding the situation and the problem causing because of the language barrier, Sangeeta Arora finally folded her hand in a posture of saying sorry. By the time Sangeeta Arora was trying to settle out this incident, her group had gone far away. It was so dark that they were not able to see anything with their torches also. And by not seeing any of their group member nearby and not having any clue of the area, Sangeeta Arora thought that they had lost their way. By this time, they got really scared, and even though it was so cold, then also Sangeeta Arora started sweating. Sangeeta Arora held Khondobi's hand and tried to find out her group members by calling them out. But when they didn't get any reply, they started to whistle loudly and also flash their torches. Flashing torches means just switching on and off their torches. Might be their group member had noticed that both Khondobi and Sangeeta is missing from the group, and they started searching for them. After some time, Sangeeta and Khondobi heard some whistle at a distance. Sangeeta understood the signal and held each other's hand tightly and waited for their group members to find them. Meanwhile, Khondobi felt that they should keep talking to each other to keep themselves normal and also to did not get panic. So Khondobi started singing a Mizo song loudly. After some time, they saw their group members coming toward them, and at last they were with their group member again. So student, this is end of part 3. Along with this video, I had also sent an assignment. So complete the assignment in your classwork copy. Till then, good day and take care.